Okay, let's try final exam A202. Okay, the question. Home Healthy's Neighborhood is a division that produces medical equipment for stay-at-home patients. Currently, the company is evaluated based on return on investment. The desired rate of return is 20%. Any divisions that reported an increase in ROI will automatically eligible for yearly bonus. Those divisions reporting a decline in ROI must justify and provide reasonable and convincing explanations in order to be eligible for bonus. However, the bonus is limited to only 50% of the bonus paid to divisions reporting an increase in ROI. Okay, recently, Syarikat Sihat Sdn Bhd, one of the largest company in leasing medical equipment, is looking for a potential buyer. HSSB's top management believe that SSSB asset could be acquired for an investment of 1.6 million RM. Thus, has strongly urged the division manager to consider acquiring SSSB. The division manager reviewed the company financial statements and believed that the acquisition may not be the best interest of his division. But if he decides not to acquire SSSB, the top management is not going to be happy. Thus, he plans to propose to the top management of HSSB to consider changing the bonus policy and based on residual income as the basis with 15% cost of capital. The following data are gathered from financial statement of HSB and SSSB for previous years. If HSSB continue to use ROI as a measure for divisional performance, explain why the division manager is reluctant to acquire SSSB. Show your detailed calculations. Okay. So let's take a look at the answer. Okay, operating income. Okay, put the operating income and then the total asset. Okay, and then we get the ROI. 25% for HSSB and 20% for SSSB. So this is the calculations. So you can look into the calculation. If HSSB acquire SSSB, the ROI will decrease from 25% to 23.64%. Even though the desired rate of return is 20%, it is still lower than what HSSB made. So for B, if HSSB use residual income as the measure for divisional performance, explain why the divisional manager is more willing to acquire SSSB and show your calculations. Okay, so operating income, okay, total asset, okay, 4 million, and this is from the question. So for cost of capital, okay, we times with 50%, got okay, 600,000, and then for RI, okay, we got 400,000. 1,000 minus 6, 1,000K minus 600K, so we got 400K. So if RI is used as the performance measurement, HSSB would be more willing to acquire SSSB because RI is positive with increasing value from 400,000 to 460,000 RM. So discuss two actions of the division manager is likely to be affected by the use of the following performance measure. So if ROI, okay, put off capital improvements or modernization to avoid capital expenditure, shy away from profitable opportunities or investment that would yield more than the company's cost of capital but could lower ROI. For residual income, okay, first seek any opportunity or investment that will increase overall residual income. Second, seek to reduce the level of asset employed in the business. Okay, if HSSP has acquired SSSP, the supply of material from SSSP to HHSP will be at market price rather than at full manufacturing cost because the management believe it be better for divisional performance measurement purpose. So state your opinion with 3 reasons whether you agree or not with the transfer at market price. Second, describe 2 other methods that HHSP can use to set transfer price other than full manufacturing cost and market price. So first, yes, the decision to use market price is correct because first, transfer at market price promote goal congruence. Second, divisional managers seek to maximize divisional profits. And a market-based transfer price will lead to buying and selling divisions at the divisional level will accomplish this goal. Transfer at market price facilitate divisional performance measurement. A market price, a market-based transfer price dovetails with the profit concept and makes profit-based performance evaluation visible. Okay, another 2 approach. Okay, beside market price, we can use variable cost and negotiated transfer price. Okay, the next question, final exam A201. Okay, reads the question. Okay, Wright Sdn Bhd is operating with 3 departments, Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. The managers of each department has their own authority to decide on whether or not to sell outside the company or transfer among themselves at the transfer price determined also by themselves. There is an available intermediate market for all departments to purchase their manufacturing needs or to sell their products. Each manager attempts to maximize their contribution margin at the current level at operating asset for the departments. Currently, the manager of Beta is considering the following 2 offers. Beta are now operating at maximum capacity and they can only accept either offer, but not both. Okay, first, Gamma is in need of 1,500 units of product A that can be supplied by Beta to manufacture product A. Beta would purchase the components from Alpha at a transfer price of 600 Rm per unit. Alpha's variable cost for this component is 300 Rm per unit. Beta will further process this component at a variable cost of 500 Rm per unit. If Gamma can obtain product A from Beta, it will purchase it from outside supplier, which has offered to supply the same product A to Gamma at the price of 1,500 Rm per unit. The outside supplier would also purchase the components needed to produce product A required by Gamma from Alpha at a price of 300 Rm for each product. Alpha's variable cost for this component is Rm 200 per unit. One outside company, Sinar Sdn Bhd, wants to place an order with Beta for 1,750 units of product A at a price of 1,250 Rm per unit. Beta would again purchase the components from Alpha at a transfer price of 500 Rm per unit. Alpha variable cost for this component is 250 Rm per unit. Beta will further process this component at a variable cost of 400 per unit, 400 Rm per unit. So if the manager of Beta wants to maximize the Beta's short-run contribution margin, decide whether Beta should sell the products to Gamma at the prevailing market price or accept the SSB offer. Justify your decision by show details calculation to support your decision. Okay. For this question, actually, I made the diagram so you can understand what is going on from the questions. Okay, what is going on? See? So from this figure, figures, okay, you can understand that the analysis is beta transfer to gamma. Okay, beta transfer to gamma. Okay, so the transfer price, okay, 2.25 million minus variable cost, okay, purchase from Alpha, okay, 900,000, further processing 750,000, and total variable cost is this amount, and then we get the contribution margin for beta is 600,000 RM. Analysis: if beta sell to SSB, the selling price is 2,187,500 minus variable cost purchased from Alpha 875,000, further processing 700,000. Okay, and you get this amount, and then you get the contribution margin after deducting with the selling price. That is 612,500. So conclusion, contribution margin transfer to gamma is 600,000. Contributions from sale to SSSB 612,500. So the difference is 12,500 RM. So the decision is, in order to maximize the short run contribution margin, beta should accept the offer from SSB because it will give more contribution margin to beta. Okay, for B, independent from A above, assume that beta decide to accept the SSB offer. Calculate the contribution margin for RSB. Okay. So contribution margin for RSB, sales to SSB, okay, this amount. Sales by Alpha to outside company, okay, 600,000. And then cost saving, okay, Alpha, okay, this is the amount, beta, and this is the total revenue and cost saving. So expenses are incurred by RSB, okay, for beta 700,000, for alpha, okay, this amount, for gamma, this amount, okay, for outside market from alpha, this amount, and you get the total expense incurred, okay, 3,687,500, and therefore we get the contribution margin 300,000 RM. So the goal congruence is a matching of objective, which is the managers throughout the organization strive to achieve goals that are consistent with the goals set by top management. 2 reasons: managers often unaware of the effect of their decisions on the organization's other subunits. Second, it is natural for the people to be more concerned with the performance of their own subunits than with the effectiveness of the entire organization. In order for the organization to be effective, it is more important that everyone in it be striving for the same ultimate objective. Thank you very much.